Welcome back to the sweatshop. Today we're going to be showing you how to do spark plugs on a 2012 Chevrolet Cruze. Your first step is going to be to open the hood. Move the latch to the right. With your hood prop in place, you'll now see your engine. This is where your spark plugs live, underneath this Ecotech cover. Your next step is going to be to remove this cover. All you have to do is pry up here, right beside the oil filler cap, and there. And then in the back there. Be gentle, plastic will crack if you are overly aggressive with it. Then you will expose your coil pack. It's one ginormous coil pack for GM. There are two bolts that hold it. They are Torx. Just pull these T30 bolts out. Get a pocket-sized flat screwdriver and pop the orange lock tab. Once you do that, squeeze the black tab and push that harness back. There we go. Once you get your harness off, you can pull the coil pack up. Nice and slowly, just wiggle it out. In those four holes there, you can see all of your plugs. When you have your coil pack out, it is a good idea to inspect the rubber boots for oil residue, any sort of ashy white looking residue that'll indicate a misfire or any cracking on the boot. Once you're satisfied that the rubber boots are okay, just give them a wipe down, make sure that they're nice and clean before you put them back in. Now let's go ahead and pull those spark plugs out. Just before you get your spark plugs out, if you have access to a blower, if there is residue like there is in our case, go ahead and blow those holes out, because you would prefer for that crap not to go into your cylinder. Now you're ready to pull your spark plugs out. You'll need a 5/8 spark plug socket, 10-inch extension, and a 3/8 drive ratchet. Ooh, that one's loose. That's not good. It's very bad. That one's loose too. Wow. What I like to do when pulling the spark plugs out is to put them in the appropriate order of which holes they came out of. That way you can tell if there are any potential issues with an individual cylinder. Nothing seems to be the problem here. It looks like normal wear. Unfortunately, 3 of the 4 plugs were a little bit on the loose side, especially the middle 2, but it doesn't really mean much. That just means just don't go back to the last person that you went to and you'll be okay. All right, let's go ahead and put those spark plugs in. Before you put the spark plugs in, make sure to check the gap. And the gap, if you're wondering, is 28 thou or 0.7 millimeters. The torque spec for this thing is 18 foot-pounds. I'm gonna crank it to 20. Now, if you don't have a torque wrench, what you can do is right when the spark plug gets a little bit snug and it butts up against the cylinder head, you can do a 3/4 turn, and that usually is good enough or the correct torque spec. So you do a 1/4 turn like so, another 1/4, it'll get a bit tighter. You can feel the washer crushing if they're brand new, and then do another 1/4 to 1/8 of a turn and you're good to go. Now you are ready to put your coil back. Just before you put your coil back, what you want to do is take a look in there, make sure there's no debris or residue. You can put some dielectric grease on the spark plug coil pack before you put it back together, but it's not absolutely required because it is a sealed space. Now go ahead and put your connector back. Don't forget that little lock, and get your two T30 Torx bits and screw them in. And your final step, put your engine cover back. That's how you do spark plugs on a Chevy Cruze. Definitely something you can do in the driveway on your own. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss one of my new videos. We'll see you in the next one. Move the latch to the right. Oh, fuck you. Focus. Focus, bitch. That's the front, Jimmy. With your hood plop. Fuck. Bitch, come out now, man. Oh my god. Look at all that dirt and grit that keeps this shit stuck. Now let's go ahead and pull. What? Stop shaking. Stop shaking. There is something wrong. What the fuck am I saying? What I like to do when pulling the spark plugs. We got some shit leaking out of this one here. That one's kind of rich. Okay, what the fuck did I just ramble on about there? Did it make any sense? Let's go double check that before we fuck it up, Jimmy. And then the internet keyboard warrior cocksuckers get on your case. Was it 28 thou? It was 28 thou. The fuck was the gap? Wait, that didn't make any sense. We're gonna have to put music over that part. I said all that shit already. Why am I recording this? Yeah, I put fucking grease on it, that's why. Okay, there we go. Oh, we're already recording. Your final step, put this useless piece of plastic back. Definitely easy enough for something. What? If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget, what?